It was pretty interesting, and we were just talking before the show that you were the chairman 3 years ago, and you had a backup for this year. It was going to be Nikki Haley or Mike Pence or Rick Scott. All of them have moved on to do other things, so by default, you are now the chairman of the RGA.
Yeah, I was the chair 3 years ago, and I had a plan for each of the next years. Susana Martinez from New Mexico, Scott Walker was the chair last year, and then Nikki, and then maybe Mike would be the chair the following year. Obviously, Nikki and Mike got other jobs. Yeah. Rick Scott decided to run for Senate, so here I am.
Do you think that governors make for good senatorial candidates?
Well, most governors I know who are in the Senate end up feeling a little frustrated. They're used to being in an executive position. The Senate's a very different place. It's a lot slower. You have the rules of the Senate, which are very cumbersome. Most governors that I know that serve in the Senate feel a little frustrated.
Marsha Blackburn, she'll be on later on the show. Right. She's a congresswoman from this area in Nashville, but she's running statewide against Phil Bredesen, who was the governor, considered a moderate Democrat. And President Trump won this state by a mile.
Right.
But is this likely to be a tough race in this midterm this year?
I think, first of all, Congressman Blackburn's been a great friend. She's been supported me 8 years ago when I ran and have a fundraiser for her next month. She's been a great friend and supporter. But this is a midterm election when your party is in the White House, as you know, is difficult. And I think Republicans need to be aware there's a huge intensity gap in the favor of the other side. We saw in the Virginia governor's race a year ago with Ed Gillespie, it wasn't just this big turnout in Northern Virginia, but the Richmond suburbs, traditional Republican strongholds, went Democrat. So my message in cheering RGA is we need to go into this with our eyes wide open and be alert. This are different circumstances than we had the last 8 years.
And how many seats do you have up? 36?
There's 36 governor's races. 26 of those we hold the seat now. 14 the incumbents are running again. 12 folks like me term limited out. So it's a difficult map.
And a lot of Republican governors have good approval ratings across the board.
If you look at actually the highest 15 approval ratings for governors are all Republican governors.
All right. Well, Governor Bill Haslam, thank you. And Nashville is a wonderful place. You've certainly managed the growth well, and we had a good time here this weekend.
Welcome to Nashville. Come back.
All right. Thank you.